I got some win for your bitch ass. This is episode 18.
The other day, I told Lord Liu Bei about Zhuge Liang and Pang Tong. I wanted to help his lordship in any way I could.
We're here, back at it again with this damn, what is it called? Dynasty Warriors? Dynasty Warrior? Dude, I thought I was gonna be finished after that Liu Bei. I don't know his fucking name, but looks like we're 2 episodes over now.
But now I'm worried they'll be angry at me for doing so. You see, they're quite, well, they've become hermits, in essence. Most men seize every opportunity to show off their talents and knowledge, however modest. But those two are different. Unless it's for a cause they care about, they prefer to keep their talents to themselves. But I'm certain that if they got to know Lord Liu Bei, they'd gladly abandon their hermit lifestyles to serve him and his cause. It's not simply that Lord Liu Bei cares about us. He wants to earn our trust, to be the man we can turn to when we need help. He's no sage, I admit that. But if there was ever a man fit to rule the world and be loved by all of his subjects, it's Lord Liu Bei. And if he is the man I believe him to be, then I have no doubt he would win Zhuge Liang and Pang Tong to his side. I have chosen to devote my life to his cause, so perhaps they will too.
But fortune was on our side. To find Lord Zhuge Liang's hermitage so quickly. Well, I did not expect that.
And they say this fellow's even sharper than Shishu. Now that will be something to behold.
It certainly will. But brother, are we certain that this is the right move? Shishu's guidance has been invaluable. It doesn't seem right to cast him aside for a stranger.
It was Shishu who suggested I do so in the first place. He told me that Lord Zhuge Liang was the man I needed in order to accomplish my goals. It would be an insult to ignore his counsel. So, we will go together to find this great strategist and ask for his help. We will be gone some time. The castle is in your hands while we are gone. Thank you. I'm determined not to let this opportunity go to waste.
Do not look so glum, brother. He may not have been home, but we did leave him a message. I am certain he'll come to us, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, after all, Liu Bei himself went to him for a visit. Zhuge Liang's bound to return the favor after a gift like that.
I think you may be overselling the value of my presence. I'm sure Lord Zhuge Liang has good reasons for not seeing us right away. We just need to be patient and wait him out.
Have you heard? They say there's a dragon living
Ah, there you are. I was hoping to ask you something. This is just an idle thought. A hypothetical, if you will. Imagine that you found out someone you cared for was in grave danger. If it meant saving that person, would you be willing to sacrifice something very, very important to you? A dream, perhaps, or an aspiration, something that gave your life meaning. I see. That doesn't surprise me, coming from you. You are far stronger than I could ever hope to be. I suppose it's the men who can act decisively, regardless of the choice being made, that end up having a true effect on the world. I suppose it just goes to show that I'm out of my depth. A decision half made is no decision at all, and indecisiveness only ever leads to regret. Forgive me. When you are around, it seems I can't help but burden you with such matters. Disregard everything I said.
Hey, how long has it been since we left that message for Zhuge Liang? We hear anything yet?
No. There's been no sign of a reply. Perhaps he still hasn't returned to the Hermitage. Or perhaps something has befallen him. Brother, I think it might be a good idea to pay his home another visit.
Huh? What is it, brother?
It's nothing. Pay me no heed. Let's do as Guan Yu suggests, and visit Lord Zhuge Liang's residence again.
That Zhuge Liang still isn't there. Something strange, I tell you. What's he playing at?
I don't understand it either. Could it be that he's trying to avoid our brother?
Then why doesn't he show himself? He's had plenty of chances. How many times does he expect us to visit?
Whatever is going on, it's too early to tell for sure. Let's give him a few more days, and then try again. But if Lord Zhuge Liang really doesn't want to meet us, perhaps it would be better for all our sakes to give up now. What do you think, Shishu?
If Zhuge Liang had no interest in meeting you, he would have made that clear the first time you came.
Shishu? Hey, Shishu. What's wrong? You've been acting strange recently, like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
No, Forgive me, Lord Liu Bei. I can't. That is to say, I am unable to continue to serve you. I am very sorry.
How's the
What?
taste?
What are you saying?
Just water.
I'm sorry, but I cannot explain why. All I can say is, I have to leave for the sake of my elderly mother.
Go look up how you make broccoli. 5 minutes pour water.
For your mother? But let me commend you on making a brave decision. Such filial piety is to be admired, especially in this day and age. I won't try to change your mind.
Go and search on Google how you cook broccoli. Add water.
Rather, if there's anything I can do to help you and your family, name
That big
it.
girl can't cook. Come
If
on,
it is
man.
in my power, it will be done.
She got her a chef, and that was it. Fuck. You got the money. What's it say? Oprah got money to have someone slap the food out of her mouth. Shit, that's how much you got. Shit. Fuck, that part is the person's paying you.
My lord. thank you for having given me the opportunity to serve you. It was an honor beyond what my humble talents desered.
Like when that's
I
gonna
wish you
happen,
luck.
somebody's
Your
like, you know what? I
future
like the way this guy
campaigns.
thinks. I want to have him as my advisory. That's where they get those Buddhist monks and those things. They be hanging out with those rock stars and shit like that. They become their therapeutic advisor because they just like who they are.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson.
Like, come on, Diddy.
That was Michael Jackson did.
Like, come on, Diddy, hire me, dog, just to like give you some kind of sense of morals. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah. Look, you ain't gotta have 3 guys. It could be 2, dude. Come on, man. Be fair now. You gotta share. Don't be greedy now.
You gotta share.
Shit, not with me. Y'all talking about with other fucking dudes or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's you. I'll be leaving Xinye soon. I wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for me. I can tell you, but no one else. A short while ago,
That's a
I
dead body.
received a message
Oh,
from one of Cao Cao's men. It was an invitation to join his council. But that wasn't all. It also said that my mother was under the protection of Cao Cao's army. At first blush, that sounds reassuring, doesn't it? But I knew immediately what it really meant. She is their hostage.
Shit, talking about that Patrice O'Neal, mama. A lit rescue. R-E-S-T. Is there a E?
But Lord Liu Bei would have tried to do
A
something to
somewhere around
help.
that motherfucker.
And I don't want him to be distracted any further from his true mission. Like everyone else here, I only wanted to serve Lord Liu Bei. But that, it seems, is an aspiration.
Banana.
dream I must give up.
B-A-N-N-N-N.
Perhaps
video.
this is the selfish choice. But I agonized over it for days. And now that I have made the decision,
B-A-N.
I cannot regret it.
B-A-N.
Still, I would like to ask you for one last favor. Will you look after Lord Liu Bei? He is a
I'm
great
amazed how the
man.
system let me through.
I
all the
truly
way up to
believe
the ninth
he will
grade.
unite the land.
My dumb ass can't even read.
Thank you. Knowing that is great comfort to me. Though my serving Cao Cao may make us enemies
As
on
long
the
as you pay, you can
battlefield,
make it. So
in
if
my
mom
heart,
my mom can pay to
we
make
will
it. Then
always be friends. I hope you will continue to follow your true path.
I'm telling you, I don't like it. Why do we have to keep crawling back to him?
If it's a show of sincerity he wants, we've given him more than he could possibly need.
God.
It's high time he showed us something in return.
You can stay here if you like, but I am going to his hermitage. How many times do I have to say it? I'm not so grand that I've become too proud to beg.
Put your socks on. Hey, they're right here.
In the end, I'm just an officer in the employ of Liu Biao. I have no power of my own. I'm the same man I was when we first set out from Yo. Back then, did you think we were so important that wise men would come running at our call?
No, but...
Shishu said that if Lord Zhuge Liang truly did not want to meet us, he would have said so the first time we came calling. But he hasn't refused us yet, has he? Not outright. Which means we're obligated to keep trying until he does. He will eventually give us his reply one way or another. Now that we've lost Shishu, our need for a military strategist is greater than ever. Someone with talent who we can truly rely on. That's more important than our time or our pride. So please support me in this, both of you, for a little while longer.
Come on, Wolverine.
You are a tenacious visitor. I will give you that.
But what prompts a great officer like you to keep knocking on the door of a humble hermit like myself?
Man, this dude's not a hermit.
You are the sleeping dragon. The genius whose grand plans can topple legions and make provinces into empires. I, Liu Bei, am here to ask for your help and wisdom.
Well, you'll need to be a bit more specific than that.
Put your battery in there.
Speak plainly, without the flattery, if you could.
You mouthy little.
That's enough, Zhang Fei. Fine.
What'd he say?
I'll dispense with the formality. We can speak plainly with each other, as equals. Simply put, I have a mission, and you can help me. I've staked my life on a great endeavor, and will do anything to see it through. But I can't do it by myself. I need help.
A great endeavor?
I'll build a world where people can live as they wish.
I see. But again, that's not very specific. For starters, what does it mean to live as you wish? How different would this world of yours be? After all, living as you wish isn't that hard. Look at me. I refuse to serve any man, and here I am, living as I please in the mountains.
But you are the exception. The reality is, few people have your choices, and many die without ever finding a dream, let alone achieving it. Even I had to live many years before my eyes finally opened to what I wanted to achieve. An embarrassing admission, I know.
Then tell me this. If some men live as they please, and some men don't, what is it that divides them?
War, chaos, and anarchy keep men from their dreams. A trite answer, I know, but true nonetheless. Constant war leads to ruin and poverty narrows a man's world until it is a prison. If we can offer a helping hand and lift up those in need, it's sure to eventually lead to something better.
That's what the church says.
And even if it doesn't, surely there's no harm in trying.
So, you want to put an end to the turmoil across the land. Is that your dream, Lord Liu Bei?
I don't know. Yes, I suppose so. But it's not that simple. If peace were merely the absence of turmoil, I could stop fighting Lord Cao Cao today and achieve it.
Brother,
But Lord Cao Cao only sees the distant future. He doesn't see the destruction that he leaves in his wake. All the men, women, and children who died having never found their dreams. All those lives cut down, sacrifices to his grander vision. I see the righteousness of Lord Cao Cao's cause, and I understand the sacrifices. But even so, I cannot accept them.
Well, tell him if he can kill himself to make that sacrifice, then it's not worth the sacrifice. So it doesn't mean the cause is very that.
Laugh if you want. I know that what I'm saying seems like the selfish desires of a child.
Maybe so. But still, if you were determined to achieve such things with your own hands, then I wouldn't call it selfishness. I'd call it purpose.
Purpose.
Cao Cao has chosen the road of conquest and control. He uses the sword to end turmoil and the rule of reason to impose peace. It's the most obvious path, logical and clear-sighted. The best way, even. But inevitably, it demands many sacrifices. On the other hand, your way, Lord Liu Bei, is the way of a king.
Sure.
You put the people first and refuse to abandon anyone along the way. But it is also foolishness. A fantasy woven out of clouds and good intentions. No wonder you don't know how to go about it.
Yes. But can you help me? How can I make it a reality?
How? by bringing the entire land under your rule.
That's the same thing I'm doing.
Then and only then can you shape it into the world you desire.
That doesn't even make sense. That's like the same thing the other guy's doing. Because if he goes and fights him, I mean, the people that he goes to fight are he's making sacrifices with his soldiers to get peace. I mean, that's what the other guy's doing. So what's the difference? I don't know. It sounds a little bit American.
And how do I do that?
The Longzong plan. Divide and conquer. Drive Cao Cao and Sun Quan apart and make this a three-sided war. I will show you how.
Where's Lord Liu Bei? Is he with Lord Zhuge Liang again?
Yes. Ever since he brought Lord Zhuge Liang back here, they've been holed up together.
Hold up.
Talking day and night. He said he feels like a fish who's finally found water. All his vague ideas for a better world are being hammered into solid plans. I don't think I've ever seen our brother look happier.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's all well and good. But what exactly are they talking about every day?
Cause they ain't talking, they fucking. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Nah, I don't like it. Not one bit. We stood by him through thick and thin ever since Yo.
I'm not sure I like it either. But as much as we'd like to, we cannot help him with this. He needs more than we can offer. We don't know what advice this Lord Zhuge Liang is giving our brother, or what plans they're hatching. All we can do is watch and wait.
I'm like, some of these cutscenes, does it even matter?
I remember Xinye, and how Lord Shusu seemed to control the battle at will. I've never seen anything like it. Now if a man as smart as him says Lord Zhuge Liang is even better, then who am I to deny it? Our army had everything but the sharp-minded council needed to guide us. If Lord Liu Bei has found the missing piece in this military strategist, there'll be nothing to stop him from achieving the unimaginable. I thought you would. They say that one great strategist is worth 10 million men on the battlefield, and they might be right at that. Even as a humble warrior, it will be a thrill to fight under a military strategist of such genius. How will Lord Zhuge Liang use me? What will my role be? I can't wait to find out.
I don't know how long it took me to do that cooking. Maybe like 15 minutes. So we got like 30 minutes worth. No, 25 minutes.
It's you. How long has it been? Yes, it has. You look well. We studied weaponry together, remember? I'm Yue Ying of Mianan. I heard you had become a vassal of Lord Liu Bei, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to come see you again. The fact is, I recently entered Lord Liu Bei's service myself, which makes us allies and comrades. You see...
Lord Zhuge Liang wishes to speak with you. He wants to talk to you about plans for the next battle. We have sent out scouts, but so far there have been no reports of any approaching armies. That's all I was ordered to tell you. Please, come with me to the castle.
Lord Zhuge Liang. Come on, let's go.
In the next battle, we expect the enemy to attack with a large force, which means we will need to defeat them with wits.
Whoa, hold on, slow down there. What's this next battle? Who's gonna be attacking? And when?
Forgive me. I left out some key information. Cao Cao's forces will soon march against us.
But we routed Cao Cao's army some time ago, and we haven't seen any sign of attack from them since. What makes you think they're coming now?
Jing is a key territory for any conqueror. And because Lord Liu Bei stands in direct opposition to Cao Cao's ideals, he is his natural enemy. Being fought off once will not be enough to break their spirit. They will come again for the kill, so long as the opportunity remains. Taking into account their losses in the last battle, I believe they should be more or less ready to make their move.
Are you sure? That would be remarkably persistent of them.
I doubt they'll give up. Not until you kneel before Cao Cao. They've eliminated the remnants of Yuan Shao's forces, and the situation in Hubei has stabilized. There is little reason for them to hold back.
So Lord Chugu Lian, how might we defeat Cao Cao's forces?
We establish a position at Boangpo to defend against the enemy. It is complex terrain with natural obstacles, perfect for fire traps and ambushes to confuse their advance.
But their army will be closing in mass. It is hard to believe a trick or two would put a stop to that.
Well, I'm interested. Let's see how far our master strategist can turn things around for us. By the way, I was wondering about something. Who are you?
Forgive me for the lack of introductions. This is my wife, Yue Ying.
Uh-oh.
What?
It is a pleasure to meet you. I will be serving Lord Liu Bei alongside my husband. Although inventing things is my main interest, I'm also a capable fighter. My role will be to make sure his plans go smoothly on the battlefield.
Whoa, wait. Did you both know about this?
Yes.
We did. Come to think of it, maybe you weren't there when we heard.
The pleasure is ours, Lady Yue Ying.
Zhao Yun, you're okay with this? Hey, I know you've got something to say about all this, don't you? You don't?
I will do whatever I can to assist my husband and everyone here.
We appreciate it. I, for one, am glad to have another ally we can depend upon.
Liu Bei and his sworn brothers fight.
Finally got to a battle. Shit, dude. Fuck.
Shall we start?
Let's go, shall we?
Can I jump down? Oh no.
The supremacy of Cao Cao will be close at hand. To battle! Cut down all who stand in our way!
I believe in the wisdom and bravery of my people. Together!
Oh, big boy, what's up, man?
Our central forces will block the enemy advance. Meanwhile, the flanks are to capture critical locations and prepare for our plans. As long as everyone does their job, the enemy...
That fool got blocked that I'm on.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Expect an ambush here. We won't let them.
I got some win for your bitch ass.
All of this is a bit too precise for my liking.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's get this fight started! Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Over you here? Well done!
Can't believe this. The time has come to set the plan into motion. With you on the mind, I am certain you will see it done.
You are a swift and deadly warrior. The enemy officer has been defeated. I've done my job and captured the stronghold. Now, time for the fire arrows.
Yo, what is this?
Fire here? So get ready to be brought down.
The enemy officer has been defeated. An opening. Time to act. The enemy officer. Control of this area. An opening. Take out.
Did I think this?
The enemy officer.
Let's get serious.
Shit. Finish him off with a charge. Oh, they gonna kill him?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Shit.
Outnumbered them
Oh,
by
these fucking NPCs.
Lord Cao Cao must be informed about Liu Bei's new strategist immediately.
All of you, thank you for following Zhuge Liang's plan and seeing it through. This victory has been the result of strength matched with wisdom. This will likely slow down Cao Cao's forces, so we can plan our defense of Jin
Damn, look
province
at all
in the
them over
meantime.
there. Just
Incredible. I cannot believe we won. Lord Cao Cao was not holding back. If we were by ourselves, we would have been well on our way to retreat. But now...
I hope I was able to show some of what I am capable of.
You did. I can now see why Brother regards you so highly.
Yes, well, fine. I'll consider you on par with Shishu.
That is more than I could ask for. I wish to build good relations with all of you here.
I hear some long pauses.
A strategist acts as the mind of an army. But we are powerless without capable limbs. And warriors such as you, who have assisted Lord Liu Bei for so long, are a necessary part of the plans I've laid towards our ultimate victory. Now, do excuse me. I must see to some post-battle matters.
You know, he may be a schemer, but the way he flatters people might be a bit like Brother. But only a tiny bit.
Wolverine. Do something else.
Have you heard? They say Cao Cao.
Lord Cao Cao.
There is something we must tell you. We have heard that Lord Liu Biao fell ill a few days ago.
I mean,
Oh, shit.
He is getting pretty old. They say he doesn't have a lot of time. Yes, one can't help but think back to what happened with Tao Chin.
Back then, he refused the offer of governorship, which eventually led to Louis Bu taking over Shu province. But now that Lord Chugu Lian is our strategist, I wonder if Brother's answer will be different this time around.
So, you wish for me to take over as Jing's leader?
Cao Cao currently controls the entirety of Hebei and will continue to focus on invading Jing. Should he succeed, no one in the land will have the strength to oppose him. Now that Lord Liu Biao has fallen ill, you may be the only one who can defend the province from Cao Cao, my lord.
But
given the circumstances, perhaps I should be more blunt. Taking Jing is a way for us to put a stop to Cao Cao's advance, but at the same time, it will be a first step toward a greater goal. Once Jing is under our control, let us go on and obtain Yi. Liu Jiang, who currently rules Yi, is known to be generous, but he lacks the boldness and decisiveness needed to protect his subjects. My lord, if you were to decide to rule both Yi and Jing, the common folk would accept it with open arms. By taking both provinces and allying ourselves with Sun Quan, who controls Jiangdong, our faction's strength will be on par with Cao Cao's.
I won't deny that I hope to one day control the entire realm. That will require me to stand up against Lord Cao Cao. And I recognize the logic in your plan, which will see Lord Cao Cao, Lord Sun Quan, and myself sharing power, splitting the realm into 3. But I cannot and will not steal Jing away from the rightful successor of Lord Liu Biao, not when he has treated us so well. Instead, we ought to support him while he is ill. I would be willing to take over the administration of the province, but taking Jing for myself would not be my way. That is but a betrayal of trust, and it is not something I wish to do.
Of course. Then I will not force this upon you.
You aren't going to attempt to convince me?
I was sure you were going to say as much from the beginning. However, this will limit our options. It may make our path much more arduous.
I do not care. There cannot be anything more difficult than betraying my own principles.
I understand.
You know, this might be weird for me to say, but I'm actually glad that Liu Song took over for Liu Biao. Well, Xiu Liang tried to talk Brother into succeeding Liu Biao, but he said no. It just goes to show that he's still the same man as ever, one who sticks to his principles. We might have talked about this before, but you know how our responsibilities have changed a lot, right? But Brother, his heart hasn't changed since the very beginning. His decision made that obvious. That's the kind of man I want to support. He has charisma. Something I suppose every leader needs to have. And so, he needs to be careful to maintain it. Anyway, even though we may not have a big plan in mind like Brother or Zhuge Liang, let's keep moving forward through sheer grit and effort. Ha! You haven't changed a bit either, have you? I like that. Right then, let's go give that bastard Cao Cao something to sweat about.
Ah! just fought these motherfuckers, dog.
I hope you weren't annoyed by me sending a message. But I'm unable to visit you now. This is the only option. And I'm grateful you've come. You're too kind to me. After all, I may very well become your enemy. I knew this the moment I chose to serve Lord Cao Cao. But it's difficult to admit as much aloud. I truly would if I could.
What the hell?
But my heart is resolved on this matter. I made the decision after thinking carefully about how I would protect all I hold dear, weighed against the things I could not bear to lose. My idealism is trivial. Besides, Lord Liu Bei has gained a great ally. Zhuge Liang is a once-in-a-generation genius. He will enable Lord Liu Bei to flourish. They will do things that I could not possibly imagine. But I can at least take pride in the fact that I introduced them to each other. Thank you. I'm glad you agree with me. Do you remember? I told you I can be myself around you. So today, I wanted to make sure. To confirm that I had made the correct decision. And now, here before the one I admire so deeply, my feelings remain firm. Would you mind if I ended with a selfish request? I want you to remember that you met a good-natured, naive man called Though the Good Times Were Brief, and we parted ways in the end.
Nah, yeah. It is fucking.
Surprise quiz time!
Ah! This motherfucker too, man.
Hey, Lord Guan Yu! Training up?
Yes. And from the looks of it, you've been doing likewise.
Yes, sir. Lord Zhuge Liang said that Cao Cao is going to be marching on us with a huge army. So I figured I would do what I can while I can. Just finished up helping carry some supplies.
Well, that is a good start. Lord Cao Cao appears intent on getting rid of Liu Bei and bringing Jin Province under his own control. And we cannot let that happen. Zhou Tang, spar with me for a round.
Oh, seriously? Absolutely! How could I say no to a request like that from you?
We'll see.
Easy to lose your way. I hear Lord Liu Bei refused Lord Liu Biao's offer of ruling Jing Province. I still cannot say what the best option would have been. Would it not have been better if Lord Liu Bei had ruled Jing, if only temporarily, to gather everyone to fight against Cao Cao? With a massive army advancing toward us, would that not have been the best option? I cannot see Lord Liu Song being up for a fight. I had a feeling you may be thinking the same thing. Still, I am also somewhat glad that things have gone this way. Lord Liu Bei is a man who brings honor to these lands. That is why so many are willing to follow him. For me, it was witnessing how he risks his life to see justice done that won my loyalty. If he had changed his ways and taken Jing from Lord Liu Song, perhaps his followers would have deserted him. Such a choice could have ruined all that he's built up over the years. But whatever the case, it is our duty as his retainers to keep him safe. No matter how formidable our adversary, we'll show no fear.
Shishu, why are you here?
Lord Liu Bei.
You have come to call for our surrender, have you not? As a messenger of Cao Cao?
I see you have not changed, Zhuge Liang. You see through it all, even without a word. Lord Liu Cong has already surrendered to Cao Cao's forces. He supposedly promised that he would hand you over. No. No matter how great of a strategy Zhuge Liang puts into motion, the moment Lord Liu Cong switched his alliance, you lost. And while this may be unexpected coming from your enemy's messenger, Lord Liu Bei, I beg of you, you must escape. You will have more opportunities as long as you stay alive.
Shishu is correct, my lord.
The hell?
Although, that is not to say it is impossible to defend Xinye while fending off Cao Cao's army.
You're saying there's a way?
Indeed. We can use the people of Xinye as decoys to lure the enemy forces into the castle. There.
That will not do. By employing such tactics, we would be robbing the people of Xinye of the ability to decide their own fates.
Which is why I said that Shishu is correct. Quickly abandoning the castle and running is probably our best option.
Right. Okay. Let's do that.
Damn, on the other...
I appreciate your warning, Shishu. We can now hope to live to fight another day.
You are too kind. Though I may not be able to leave Cao Cao's service, I wish to be with you in spirit. And that is why I will not provide strategies to him. Not now or ever. I might not be able to advise you directly, but there must be other ways in which I can help.
No. Any subterfuge of that kind would only be a detriment. Instead, would you be willing to help us plan our next move?
You want me to help you plan?
Abandoning the castle is one thing, but getting away safely is another, and requires us to prepare some sort of strategy. And, with your wisdom, I am certain that we can make that strategy even better. There is no need to worry. If you make but a small contribution, Cao Cao will not notice.
You really haven't changed, have you? Fine. A small contribution it shall be. I trust you shall utilize it to aid Lord Liu Bei's cause.
So we stay and fight shit. Ah, man.
I'm all prepared and ready to go. I think I'm getting used to abandoning castles and running away.
I am sorry. My stubbornness just keeps causing more trouble.
You need not worry, brother. All we need to do is survive. Just like we've always done.
Right. We will protect you and your family with every bit of our strength.
I suppose I can't afford to waver now. Especially with my brothers cheering me up. All right. Let's go. We are all going to survive this.
My lord! My lord! I'm grateful to see you. Some of the peasants here escaped from Cao Cao's invading forces.
others, barred from their castle since Governor Liu Song's surrender. They've endured much difficulty. They've nowhere else to turn. We humbly ask for your guidance.
Bringing them along would inevitably slow our march's pace.
Uh-oh.
Just advise them to avoid any rash acts. Cao Cao's forces are unlikely to raise a hand to peasants who have shown no resistance.
Zhuge Liang. The Longzong plan required the acquisition of Jing province.
Huh. My lord?
And now, I have taken Jing province. It would be truly strange to suggest relinquishing it now.
Man.
My apologies. Indeed, a kingdom is more than land. It is those who call it home who are truly vital. And you have indeed taken Jing province. So, let us combine our abilities to overcome hardship and discover the way forward. To your kingdom, Lord Liu Bei.
What the fuck are you doing? Are you going to a different cast?
Forgive me, everyone. I wish for them to accompany us. That is my desire.
You're dead.
Our advance is far too slow. We need to put some distance between us and Cao Cao's forces, but at this rate, they'll catch up to us. The cause is fairly obvious.
I cannot just leave those who came to me seeking help.
Yes, I understand that. And it is my job to do something about our current predicament.
Well said.
I will now head to Jiangxia. The governor there, Lord Liu Qi, owes me a favor. We may be able to ask him for protection.
A favor, eh? Just what kind of scheme did you pull?
Oh. It was nothing, really. Lord Guan Yu, I would like you to accompany me to Jiangxia. We will borrow his troops, then return to escort Lord Liu Bei.
Very well. Zhao Fei, Zhao Yun, take care of Liu Bei until I return.
Of course.
With my life.
Thank you. All of you. My life is in your hands.
Uh-oh, let's see what happens. I'm smoking that funny weed. Smoking that funny shit.
There you are, Zuluan. I see you are still with Liu Bei, assisting him in his struggle to stop Cao Cao. That is good. But what is going on? What is Liu Bei trying to do by taking this many commoners with him as he flees? Impossible. Cao Cao's army will inevitably catch up to them. Whatever his reason is, this will most likely end in a great deal of casualties. Why will he not run and leave the people behind? Even Cao Cao would not attack commoners who are away from their lord. And why would they not try to leave Liu Bei? This many individuals displaying such loyalty to one man at the risk of their own lives, that is absurd. I had only thought of Liu Bei as a simple tool, but... what? Spreading his beliefs and dragging his people into war. I suppose that is befitting of what people usually call a hero.
The hell?
And as with all so-called heroes, wherever Liu Bei goes, destruction and violence follow. No matter the words they use to glorify their cause, in the end, each of them sacrifices people for their goals. And judging from how dire this current situation is, perhaps he is even more dangerous than Cao Cao. I see Cao Cao's army has caught up. So, what will Liu Bei do now? Cling on to his conviction, accept the casualties, and continue on? I shall watch carefully.
Sure, you got an evil face and shit. You gotta be like that, man.
Shall we start? I'm counting on you.
I carry the very future of our realm. A future Liu Bei's wife strove to protect. And I shall protect him with my life. Let us go. Whatever it takes.
Nothing but air. Truly formidable.
Putting on a front to protect your allies is commendable. But you really should give up.
There are still many left on the other side of the breach. Let us wait here and have faith that they...
I, Jung-Ho, shall be your adversary.
I'm still waiting for a real challenge.
This is as far as they go.
The enemy officer. Countering me is the worst thing that could have happened.
I'll put on a show.
Looking rough.
I should have been like this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Leave the rest to our reserves.
We ride the Chang'an Bridge unscathed.
There are still some stragglers. I'd better go help them out. Move forward! Pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer.
We've succeeded in cutting Liu Bei off. It seems our vanguard has stopped them in the tracks.
So Liu Bei intends to continue down this path that can only be traveled by sacrificing people along.
The enemy officer.
Let's go. The battle is more or less going as expected. We should make our way to Lord Liu Bei.
Oh, it's the water one? Pretty cool.
We're not going to like the outcome of this encounter.
The enemy officer.
Yeah, big time.
Has been defeated.
Big time.
I will now prepare for Cao Cao's main.
Oh man, that's the wrong one. But it works.
Shall take you on.
Yet all of them continue to follow him. Is Liu Bei in true danger? Or is it Cao Cao?
Shit.
ascertain this for myself.
Ascertain.
And open it. Go back, off. But now we'll make you realize you can't run any longer. The enemy officer. An excellent display of skill. We shall.
My apologies for the wait. We've come with forces borrowed from Jiang Sha.
Oh, it's only like 2 ships.
Are you ready?
There is actually a second route where to pass. I thought it might be of some use.
Hey.
The enemy officer.
We've rid ourselves of
Must retreat.
Oh.
Everything has gone according to plan. Let's end this. Too cocky. The enemy
Damn, I
officer
should have waited.
has been defeated.
Well, I still can.
Whoa, power in the circle.
All my might.
Never witness to my power.
It would come to this.
The enemy officer.
This has been defeated. Going my weight.
Now let's go. So that we may continue on our path. Got this. Time to act.
What is this fog?
Oh,
There's
what
something
the fuck?
strange about it.
Let's go.
No, I cannot let Liu Bei go after all. Allowing him to pass would be too great a risk.
The fuck?
So you've come, Zuluan. You mean to protect Liu Bei to the very end, it would seem.
It's a big ass sword, dude.
Best be prepared to fight down like a puppet, wielding your
Uh-oh.
force for another man's ambitions.
Let's end this.
This is my last.
For real, you got the ass wood, bro.
Why don't you remember? How can you?
Let's go.
The second time he got his ass wood.
Do you mean to kill me, Zuluan? It would be a fitting end. But as long as these heroes exist in the world, there will always be someone like me who opposes them. You fool. Heroes who dub their greed conviction and endanger the lives of the defenseless. I will never allow them to do as they wish. For it is our duty to achieve peace in this realm. And if you choose to protect Liu Bei, then this is where our paths diverge. However, I do not yet have the strength to defeat Liu Bei. If you won't kill me here, then my only choice is to flee for now. Do you remember the words Juha uttered before her death? Live and create the world we dreamed of. If you really think Liu Bei is a true hero that we can trust to bring our dreams to fruition, then do what you must to make me believe it. But the moment he strays from that path and is deemed unworthy of our trust, the Guardians of Peace will bring him to ruin, no matter how long it takes. Never forget that. Farewell, Zuluan. May we one day fly together.
Those who have been long divided must unite, while those who have been long united must diverge. Thus has it always been, for empires and their people alike. Guardian of peace, the time has come to part ways. One will champion heroes, striving to bring peace to the world. The other will lurk in the shadows, keeping the heroes true to their path. That is the new way of the Guardians of Peace. And thus shall our purpose be fulfilled. This is the last time I appear before you. Well, it is said that the founders of our order were mystical beings. That they had the faces of children, with hair as white as snow, and eyes as blue as the surface of a frozen lake. And that no number of years could ever age them. Zuluon, you must go now. Let your eyes guide you along your true path, and carry all that has been entrusted to you.
You crazy.
The fog has lifted.
What the fuck?
Let's sink together.
So,
like the
Liu
ship.
Bei has gotten away. We still have a major problem, even if we have control of Jing.
Don't they usually have like a ship stage?
It looks like they're off our tail. Though, given what we've lost, it's hard to feel much joy.
Brother.
Lord Liu Bei, please do not be disheartened. For we've never had the luxury of time to lament. It is true that we've lost much. But, because of that, you have gained something much greater, my lord. Precisely so. We will be attempting to put the Longzong plan into action. If it succeeds, your strength will grow to rival that of Cao Cao and Sun Quan. Cao Cao will most likely continue his southward advance. In order to stop him, we must ally with Wu, who also opposes him.
Hold on. You say we're to ally with Wu, but will they be willing to take on Cao Cao?
Judging from what I hear of Wu, they would be likely to prioritize peace within their borders and among their own people. If they are hesitant to fight and opt to surrender, would that not cause everything to fall apart?
Indeed. And I do not intend to drag Lord Liu Biao, nor Lord Sun Quan, into a conflict. Even more so if they are unwilling to go to war.
I am fairly certain that, like us, those in Wu do not wish to see Jing fall into Cao Cao's hands. They must know that he will be their enemy eventually. It may take time for them to decide, but I expect they will stand up and fight. But for now, let us reorganize our forces in Jiangxia. That is the first step.
Ah, it's you. Sorry, but Lord Zhuge Liang is away, and he won't be returning for a while. Just a little earlier, a man named Lu Su from Wu paid him a visit. He had been looking for a way of securing an alliance with our lord in order to oppose Cao Cao. Although Wu is powerful in its own right, Cao Cao's faction far outstrips them, and having us as allies makes little difference. Given the enormous gap in strength, many within Wu are advocating for surrender. However, if Lord Zhuge Liang's bold plan is to succeed, it is essential for the alliance to come to fruition. As such, Lord Zhuge Liang proposed that he himself would act as an envoy to Wu. I don't know. All I can say is that when I saw him go, I sensed a kind of aura from him, both fierce and resolute.
Fucking, who's he talking about?
If anyone is capable of stirring Wu's military into action, it's him.
You gonna woo him?
Now we must trust in our strategist and wait.
Someone said a massive army is on its way to Jiangsha. What's going on?
The city here in Jiang.
Just get a side mission in. But that's it for episode 18.